Good morning, everyone. It's Theresa from Theresa Holistic Tarot with you for your tarot card guidance for the week beginning Sunday, December the 12th. Now, you will have had, hopefully, your numbers already chosen by now, but I will ask you, please, when you're choosing a number, try and remember, close your eyes, take a deep breath, let the breath out slowly, open your eyes and instinctively choose the number. Okay, now these are general readings. They may not resonate for all. Take the parts which do and leave what doesn't, and let me know with some feedback what was right for you and what didn't pan out as you'd hoped. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm just going to clear the energy here. So angels, spirits, guides, please let's have some guidance. Two energy cards. Oh, bit of resistance there. For number ones, what do number ones need to hear or learn or appreciate for this coming week? So cards for number one, please, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, we have indecision reverse. That's interesting because that would actually mean that we've got adjacent possibilities. Indecision reversed would mean that something that's coming to an end, any dithering, any hesitation, and adjacent possibilities. Now, the indecision could be coming to an end because all of a sudden opportunities, doors opening are being presented to you, number ones. So we'll go deeper into that message with some tarot. So let's have these. Okay, so angels, spirits, guides. Let's have some clarifier, please, for number ones. We have indecision reversed and adjacent possibilities. Okay, so indecision, we have the Five of Wands, which would be some conflict. Indecision reversed. The Knight of Swords. We have the Six of Wands. And we have Death. So don't be afraid of death. It's a card of transition. It's actually a very good card. I love it personally. Right. So indecision, it shows the Five of Wands, which would be some arguments, some words, some sort of conflict, not serious conflict, but conflict. But the conflict can be about rushing into something with the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is very impetuous, tends to be very gung-ho, doesn't stop to analyze everything maybe in properly in the correct way, and so that could be the cause of the indecision, but then action will be taken because that is coming to an end anyway. So adjacent possibilities will open something up. Now I've got wands here. Now wands would normally signify career, job, or something that excites you or you're passionate about, and it could be as I say, really very much about finding something that job-wise that really excites you and floats you about, as opposed to just doing something to get an income. The Six of Wands, beautiful card. It's a card of success. It's a card of public recognition. You can see that he's being carried on the horse and he's being lauded. There's wreaths of congratulations, wreaths of success. Now, whatever's coming in for you, number six, is very fertile. It's got opportunity. It's got potential. It can be that moment when we receive acknowledgement via either possibly being offered a promotion or a different role or something where somebody is saying, I see your potential. I see what you can do. Would you like to do this, that, or the other for me? So there's a card of, and the adjacent possibilities is definitely showing doors opening, but sometimes these can actually be closer to home, not as far afield as we would first have expected. So for number ones, you've definitely got indecision coming to an end, action being taken, moving into a period of great potential. And with the Death card, death is transformation. So apart from the fact that the energy alone is being transformed, because I'm moving out of indecision into absolute success, I'm moving out of conflict into success. I've got the Five and Six of Wands. apart from that, it can be that moment of absolute fabulous self-realization. Wow, they think highly of me. Wow, I can do this. Wow, oh my God, it's beginning to really happen. Oh my word, this is fabulous. So you're going to receive some sort of opportunity, and it could be closer to home than you first anticipated or would have expected. I'm going to just pull the Gilded Tarot now. So let's have another little. So that's the initial main energy for number ones. It feels quite good. It feels like you're really beginning to move on. Now, the Knight of Swords wants to take action now. So where it could be the indecision, it could be your sensible side to say no, hang fire, just ride it out, bear with it, don't be too pushy, don't be too impetuous. But he wants to do it now, and you will take action, definitely. So angels through it, guys. Let's have some clarifiers, more clarifiers. So I've got the Nine of Pentacles. So the end result of moving out of indecision, taking the action, is the Nine of Pentacles. What a beautiful card. It's a card of, it's a more minor wish card of the deck, but it's very much in regards to money, finances, career, security, home, relationships as well. But it's when everything begins to come right. And I was just telling you a second ago, you're going to have that wow moment. Everything is coming right in a particular area. Could be more than one area. It definitely could, but very much something to do with job or career that actually excites you. As I said, moving away from doing something just to bring in an income and actually getting a role that really excites you. So, and don't feel stuck. Eight of Swords. This is, I'm going to clarify that one again as well with another deck. But I can't urge you enough to not allow yourself to hold you back. You're moving into absolute potential and absolute possibility. Now, I'm saying to you that part of the transformation, part of the change in you, not just around you, but in you, is that moment of having those wow, I can do this, it's coming together, I can make it happen. So don't let the swords hold you back. Don't let the swords, which can indicate negative beliefs, limiting beliefs, am I up to it? Second guessing yourselves, imposter syndrome. How many people I work with who suffer from imposter syndrome? Now, I think all of us at some point in our lives, we blag it to a certain degree, because we may not be comfortable with what we're doing. We may not be completely confident or completely assured. And we do have, I know I've done it, when I just think, don't let them see, don't let them see, you know how terrifying it actually is. But don't let this energy hold you back, please. Because there is transformation here. So this would indicate at a deeper level, you're questioning it. You're questioning your success. You're questioning your opportunities. You're questioning the potential. And it could be here, this is what keeps you stuck. What holds you back. It's those really powerful thoughts. So please grab a hold of your thoughts, number ones, and don't let it spoil this energy that you're moving into. Because these cards are general for a week, so you may have an opportunity or see the potential of something beginning this week. It could rear its head. Don't let yourself be misled by the Eight of Swords, because that is really an energy that I'm not overly keen on. So I am, but the reason that I'm not also overly keen on is because it's us holding ourselves back. Okay, I'm just going to pull one more little one from, okay, Seven of Swords. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The Seven of Swords is the thief in the night, something which deals with my peace of mind. And it could be, the Seven of Swords also represents maybe a person in your life that can be chipping away at you, that can be telling you, are you sure are you really sure that you're doing the right thing here? Oh, wow, what a big job. Congratulations. Well done. Are you sure you're up to that job? There's somebody or something stealing away at your peace of mind. Now, the Seven of Swords can indicate a person who is presenting one face to you and then either being two-faced behind your back, or maybe giving you a compliment and then sort of taking it away and putting you down. So this energy is contributing to your state of mind, and you really cannot allow this energy to win. Definitely not. So you have got to go. Number one, I'm going to give you a very quick recap. There's a fly in the ointment for sure, and that fly in the ointment is yourself to a certain degree, but it's been contributed to by somebody else. But you're moving out of indecision. You're moving out of conflict, which can often be self-conflict. I'm second guessing myself. Am I doing the right thing? Is it the right time? Am I up to it? Oh, will I be able to get through the interviews? Okay, I don't like interviews. I'm nervous about interviews. I don't shine at interviews. So there's a lot of negativity, self-conflict going on. Now, on the other hand, you may have that moment of absolute, just suck it up and do it and get on with it. And that's fine, because that can be a great driver, but you need to be careful that you're not being too impetuous and biting off more than you can chew. Your energy here is about being realistic, but good realistic in a way that you're becoming aware of the negative thoughts, being aware that you're filtering good opportunity, good potential. You could be sabotaging that, self-sabotage, by doing yourself down. Oh, I don't know if I'm up to it, or maybe, and also beginning to really be thinking into the future. What if they want me to do this? Oh my word, what if they ask me to do that? You need to cut something out here about your thinking, because the main energy is showing really strongly possibilities, potential, opportunities coming in, success, public acknowledgement of your success. And that can also indicate that piece of paper, a diploma, a pass certificate, something that will contribute towards your peace of mind. So really, you've got a fun, and in this instance, death is great, because you have to transform what you're thinking. You have to transform the negative into positive. You have to start picking up in your own thought processes and your own thoughts, because your thoughts are sabotaging. Now, you may have another energy around you which is contributing to the sabotaging, unfortunately, but you're also big enough to be able to realize, how come I always feel a bit flat, after Debbie Downer's been round? How come I always feel a bit despondent? Now, they have their own issues. I'm not asking you to hate the person, dislike them. Just try and understand they're coming from a place of either jealousy or fear or inadequacy, insecurity. So they're coming from that very negative energy, but it's impinging upon your energy, and it's really feeding what you're thinking about yourself or what you're telling yourself, and you cannot allow that. You really have got good cards. Number one, let me pull a soul card. On which, where are they? Here. Let's pull a soul card. So angel, spirits, guides. Number one, what do number ones have to think about this week? What can they give some attention to, apart from the negative thinking? And really be aware. If your mood dips, one minute you might be fine, the next minute you realise, gosh, I feel a bit low. What were you just thinking? And if you can't remember offhand, what were you just doing? And when you were doing, what was coming into your head? Start paying attention to your thoughts, because they're not helping you at all this week. Oh, good. Address it with some humour. Find the humour of a situation. Find the humour when Debbie Downer is, on one hand, giving you a compliment and then taking it back with the next. Find the humour this week in anything you possibly can, because it will help alleviate those negative thoughts. And when you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts, don't beat yourself up. Just be saying, you know what a twit I am sometimes, but laugh at yourself and just say, I'm my own worst enemy. But I can realize that now. I can spot it. I'm not going to allow it to hold me back. So humor for number ones in your soul cards, and I'm going to move on now to number twos. Okay, so I hope that made sense. Number one, you've got really great cards. Please don't allow yourself to be talked out of anything by anyone. Okay, that was number one. Sorry, did I say two? Angels, spirits, guys, let's clear the energy, please. We'd like some cards. We'll start with energy cards. What do number twos have to bear in mind, pay attention to, or think about this coming week? Okay. Hostilities, another one. So hostilities can mean conflict. You're ready for fighting, but it could be self-conflict. So let's see where the cards take us. And the Angel of Balance. So something's out of kilter, something's off somewhere. Let's see what it is. Coming up for Christmas is probably spending. But let's see what the cards actually say. Right, my tarot. So angel spirits, guys, can we please have some clarifiers for number 2s? And they have hostilities and Angel of Balance. So I hope you're not beating yourself up, number 2s, because that can signify that as well. Right. 6 of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. Angel of Balance. We have the 9 of Wands. And we have the Tower. Wow. I think you might be in for a little bit of a thought-provoking, challenging week, number 2s. Okay. I'm going to go straight into... so, 6 of Pentacles, it's a card about giving and receiving and karma. But in this giving and receiving, and bear in mind, we're in the giving season. We're in Christmas. That's what we do. We give. But where is this bad feeling arising from? Are you resentful about what you're having to pay for somebody, and they're certainly not returning it? Because the 6 of Pentacles is a card of karma. It's about giving and receiving. It's about balance. So something is out of balance here with hostilities. So you may have gone now, I was joking when I mentioned about Christmas spending, but it may be the case that it's causing bad feeling. It can cause if you're not spending enough, or if you're spending too much. Okay, so that's a little bit of, but where is this coming from? I'm not sure. So I'm not really feeling that one strongly, apart from the fact that it's to do really with spending, and very much, look, they're actually giving coins here. So, but he's got the scales there because he's balancing his giving. He's balancing, and you've got Angel of Balance. So something is out of balance for number 2. And as I said, it could be about spending or not enough, or your feelings towards somebody else spending or not enough. So there's something there. Now we've got the 8 of Cups. Now the 8 of Cups is a card of emotions, a lot of emotions. So you're feeling deeply about this spending. But what does it mean to you? And for me, very much, this is telling me that it's related to the past. So you may be in a position where you want to be either compensate for Christmases that you had that maybe weren't ideal, or what you didn't receive personally as a child growing up. You may want to overspend, overcompensate, overdo it, and that in itself can cause some bad feeling, either within the family or with the partners. So be careful about hostility, bad feeling about spending, especially when it's your own emotions which are involved here, because it can be you overcompensating and trying to either make up for what you didn't have and be going absolutely mental on even spending on your own children. And somebody else could be saying to you, whoa, come on, we don't have that sort of money or whatever. But it's to do very much with the past and your emotional ties to spending and giving and receiving. Okay, now, because I've already mentioned about balance, Angel of Balance, I'm going to go straight into the Tower. The Tower has made a big challenge this week for you. You will be challenged. Now, I always say to people, it's I mean, they love their drama, the Victorians, didn't they? I always say that, but it always tickles me. But there's people falling out the windows, that the tower's beginning to crumble, it's been struck by lightning. So something is being severely challenged. Now, with the 9 here, this would indicate that something is coming to an end. Now, you may have, so I've got the 8, the 9, and then the Tower. So your own emotional beliefs may be really challenged. And you may have to face something. You may have to face the fact that you've held on to something, you've defended those beliefs, you've defended what you believe in for such a long time that you don't want to give it up because you actually totally and utterly believe something. But this is now when you get to a point where you think, can I let this go? Can I? Is it real? Am I right? Am I doing the right thing? This is a card of when he's and look at him. Look at if you can see this closer. I hope you can. He's got a bandage on his head. He's wounded. This is somebody that's maybe been fighting to hold on to something, whether it's a lifestyle, whether it's a way of being, a way of operating. But we've always had huge Christmases. I don't want it to be different this year or whatever. But you're going to be challenged, definitely, with the Tower. Now, with the Tower, I always say to people, life is just going to throw you something and it's going to make you stop in your tracks. And you may just say, wow, I didn't see that coming. I really didn't see it coming. And it's tying in with balance. So as I said, if you've been spending like billio and all of a sudden you realise that you're massively overdrawn and you don't have enough money and your spouse or your partner's going ballistic, it can be anything, but it's to do with being out of balance. But the realization as well, this is a shock card. It can often be that momentary shock when, wow, I just didn't plan that. I didn't see it coming or whatever. But I would say, fine. Now, in that moment, you may be hugely emotions because your emotions are triggered with the Eight of Cups. But take a moment, sit down. Don't knee-jerk react. Don't just sit down, take a deep breath and say, okay, how am I going to get balance back into my life? What can I do to put something right? And this is the moment where you have choices. You can either start building, and shore the tower up, or you can sweep the debris away and start from scratch. So it may feel frightening because it feels like you're being forced to change. You're being forced out your comfort zone, and we humans don't like being forced out our comfort zones. So number 2, so if you've picked number 2, you're in for a challenging week somewhere along the line. As I say, it may not resonate for everyone. You can maybe let me know at the end of the week. So let's get a little bit more clarification on that. But very much to do with giving, and it's creating bad feeling. Okay. Well, I pulled 2, so I'll use 2. Okay. So we've got the Hierophant and the Queen of Swords. So the Hierophant is tradition. He can be a teacher. He can be he can represent the church or legal or whatever system. He's about establishment, but he's about tradition. He likes the conformity, and this is very much about how things are always done. So it's about either cutting beliefs with how it's always been for you, or cutting some ties with the beliefs that you've always held about. And it may be, maybe stupid, really silly belief it could be, but we always have turkey at Christmas, and the family might be saying, yeah, but Mum, we're all veggie, or there's something here about tradition, about giving, receiving, and it's tied in with what you know, what's familiar to you, what you have conformed to for years and years and years. Okay, now the Queen of Swords, very, very, very dynamic, powerful energy. In regards to your moment of challenge, she will be saying to you, get clear. Clarity is of the essence here. Now, she's very incisive, decisive energy, but she never acts emotionally. She acts very rationally. She uses that sword, which is knowledge, power, but she is digging deep to what is important to her. She knows exactly where she's coming from, so she's not doing anything emotionally after this Tower moment. She's done her digging. She'll be thinking, right, so up until now I believed it had to be blah, blah, blah. Now moving on, I think I'm going to be open to it's got to be a different way. It's got to be a different way to get the balance back into my life, to bring things back into alignment. But very much number 2, you're being challenged in regards to what you've always known and how you've always done things, how you might always have wanted to do things, and somebody or something is pushing you way out your comfort zone. And she's saying, well, dig deep. What can you let go? Because does it really have to be set in stone, or can we not move with the times a little bit? Because really it is a season of giving and receiving. But what are you prepared to give? Are you prepared to give up your power on, I'm only giving you examples here, folks. Are you prepared to give up the power, your power, the fact that over the Christmas meal, the fact that it's got to be turkey, we have to have Christmas pudding, we do it every year? She'd be saying, is it really that important? Challenge your thoughts on it. Challenge, look at your belief system, because your belief system, you may have to cut some ties with. Okay? For the sake of balance, for the sake of not having bad feeling, for the sake of not having hostility. So angels, spirits, guys, can we have a soul card, please, for number 2? So I feel are going to be tested this week, especially in regards to the Christmas season. Imagination. All right, so you just have to imagine how it's going to turn out, and imagine that it's all going to be absolutely perfect. You can imagine yourself in embracing a new way of being. Imagine yourself being happy with your family, no hostilities. Imagine letting go. What would it feel like if I let go of having the turkey this year instead, and we'll have beef instead? Imagine the potential happiness you can create for your family if you're willing to give a little. So I hope that resonates with some of you when you get to the point of facing your challenge. Just bear in mind that you're being asked to clarify, dig deep, check your belief systems. Imagine letting go. What does it mean to have to let go a little? Okay, so we're going to move on now for number 3. So angels, spirits, guides. Let's clear the energy for number 3s now, please, and let's start. We've got the Sun for number 3s. Beautiful card. Happiness, joy, new cycle coming in possibly. Cycle of energy, potential, happiness, I say joy. New beginnings. New life. You may have news of a pregnancy. You may hear something about pregnancy, or because it's about fertility and new beginnings. So fabulous card. Let's see what else. We've got Angel of Strength. Now, Angel of Strength is very much about, it's not just about being strong, it's about taming the internal beast inside. So what could be driving you that you may need to subdue or get hold of a little to really manifest the energy of that Sun. So let's see what the tarot say. So angel, spirits, guides, can we please have some clarifiers for number 3s? They have the Sun and Angel of Strength. Okay, the Sun, new beginnings, and we have the Two of Cups. That's a beautiful energy. Queen of Swords, we had her before. The Star, lovely. And King of Cups. Actually, those all feel really nice to me. Okay, so the new beginnings. So this can be a new beginning of either a relationship or a partnership. So the Two of Cups is about, you can see the couple are standing facing each other. It's a very balanced card. It's a card of exchange of energy. So it can be a relationship, but it can often feature in a career reading, which indicating I found the perfect job for me. I'm able to give my all. I'm being very rewarded and compensated and dealt with very respectfully. And I just love this environment. So it can be that. So I will pull another tarot for this afterwards. So, but beautiful, beautiful energy. So new beginnings, new cycle involving a really good partnership or relationship. Queen of Swords. Now, we mentioned her before, but she is a doer. She takes action. She's very incisive and she's very decisive. She uses swords. Pretty powerful, things to be using. But I would actually say that she's very much in control of her thoughts. She doesn't do the emotion like the Queen of Cups. She's rational thinking, she's clear thinking, and she digs deep. So before she ever takes any action in regards to anything, she will have done her homework on herself. What's driving me here? What's really going on? What am I hoping to achieve? What's holding me back? What am I really thinking at a deeper level here? So she really will have assessed a situation. Now, it's a situation where you maybe, your cards feel really good, but she's showing up for a reason. Now, you have the star here. So the star is about illumination. So it's about seeing your way clearly to something. Now, it's also about, it's a very spiritual card. It's the sign of Aquarius as well. So you may be an Aquarian or have an Aquarian energy around you. But it's the star is about balance as well, because emotional balance very much. But it's a powerful card, and she will say you're finding your way. You are very much, your path will be made clear to you. You may have some spiritual divine guidance going on here. So, and also be listening to your higher self. Listen to that really deep voice within you. So clarity. Both of these are saying you need to be really clear. So the King of Cups, beautiful energy, very loving energy. Very grounded, very capable of giving love and receiving love. So if he's coming in with this partnership, this is a really beautiful relationship. This is somebody who cares for the entire family, not just one person or himself. He's very family orientated. So even if this were a career, this is a company that's going to take care of you. This is a company that's going to invest in you and look at you over the longer term and actually treat you well and treat you kindly and maybe give you health care. But even on a relationship level, this is a beautiful energy. This is about somebody that's really caring, committed, not afraid to show his feelings, not afraid to tell his mum that he loves him. He loves her, I should say. Or this is somebody that and very family orientated, as I said. This is somebody really emotionally balanced. Now, I love that. So let me just clarify with the Gilded Tarot now, because I want to see why you would be getting this card here, the Angel of Strength. What are you being advised to pay attention to internally? Okay. Seven of Cups. Okay. Six of Wands. Okay. Right, so in this instance, Angel of Strength really is about perseverance. It's about waiting for a situation to come right. So you may have been waiting, feeling that you're never going to get that correct relationship, find the ideal partner. You'll never find somebody that was as loving as you wanted them to be. But this card here, the Six of Wands, would indicate, yes, you will. You're going to have success. So success also means public recognition. This showed up, I think, in number 1 as well. But public recognition can be that moment when we stand up in front of a legal person, a couple of witnesses, and say, I'm committed to this person. There's the public recognition. It can be when I get that job offer in writing, and when I actually can then say, I've got it in paper, it's official. This is me, I'm now riding home to success. So, so this is the new cycle, very much new cycle, great potential, sun shining on you, and you've been patient. Now, you have the Seven of Cups. It can be a really good card, but you've also got to be a little bit cautious with it. The Seven of Cups can indicate feeling a little bit overwhelmed. It's all beginning to happen. I have choices to make. I need to tell this person yes or no, and I need to make a decision there. And I'm feeling a bit, oh my word, I didn't realize I'd have so much to think about. This is when you need to be clear. So if you do your clarity and you're clear beforehand, that will not be so overwhelming. Okay? And Again, but it's all part and parcel of the success. You may have a lot more to think about once you sign a contract, or you get married, or you get engaged, or whatever. There'll be other things that you might not well have considered, and that's why she's coming up. Now, I'm really glad to see your perseverance paying off. So something is going to come right for you. Something is coming right. It can be personal, relationship related. It could even be making the peace with a friend again and putting a relationship back on track. But it does feel more like a new beginning. But then if you can set back, if you've had a fallout with somebody and you then make peace, but based on really new boundaries, you're moving ahead in a different format. So something is beginning either anew, and you feel guided, you feel sure, you're not hesitating anymore. So the angel of strength as well, it can also be about the knowing, the really, really deep knowing. No, I'm sticking to my guns. I know what I want. I've waited this long. If it means I have to wait a bit longer to get the success, get the relationship, get it all to pay off, that's what I'm going to do. So really lovely, lovely cards for you this week, number 3. So let's have so angel spirits, guys, what do number 3s have to pay attention to this week? So clarity, number 3s, clarity is going to really pay off for you, knowing your own strengths and weaknesses, achieving balance and making the most of any opportunities that are now coming in, whether it's career or relationship, and not being overwhelmed because you know exactly what your aims, your goals, and what you're actually all about. You've done, oh, that one makes, right. So what do you want to pay attention to is gratitude. So just being aware, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the new opportunities that are coming in. I'm grateful for the new beginnings that I've got here. I'm grateful for the new relationship. I'm grateful for the new job. I'm grateful for everything that is in my life right now. Because gratitude puts you into receptive mode, and receptive mode brings the goodies in, basically. It makes things happen. So you've got a lot to be grateful for in this reading. And also acknowledge to yourself, I brought this about. I manifested this because I was patient. I was intentional in my manifestation. I set my goals. I stayed focused. I hung on in there. I didn't give up. I didn't waver. That's the Queen of Swords and the Star. And I'm getting my payoff now. I'm having the relationship that I've always wanted, or the job opportunity, which is just, it feels fabulous. It really feels like a meeting which is meant to be, this is a company or a person that I'm going into partnership or I'm working for that really cares deeply about me. I'm not just a number. I'm a person, and they respect me. I'm going to grow from this, but I'm sure what I'm doing is right. And there's that public acknowledgement as well. So it's good. So beautiful cards for you this week. Number 3. I'm saying this week because I don't know what you had last week. I can never remember. So let's get the cards away and we'll do number 4. I'm not putting my crystals back on. I spend half the time putting them on, taking them off, putting them on, taking them off. So I'm leaving them off. Okay. Clear the energy, spirit, please. And let's have some cards for number 4. So we'll start with 2 energy cards as usual. And if you would please remember to like, share, subscribe. I forgot to say that for the other readings. I'm not very efficient when it comes to promoting myself sometimes. I've got to pay attention to that, I think. Right. But I would like my message to get out to other people and get a few more folk on my page. So we've got yin yang, another card, male energy, masculine energy, male energy and female energy. So knowing when to act or knowing when to stay put, knowing when to be calm. So let's see what else. The garden and the gate, that card of longing. I don't know why that seems to come out in one of the readings a lot of the weeks. Okay, so we have angels, spirits, guys. Can we have some clarifier, please, for yin and yang? So, a card of achieving balance between the energies. What do number 4s have to achieve balance on? Okay, High Priestess, Ace of Cups, the 4 of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so the yin yang is really about achieving a balance in your own head. The High Priestess, she is very intuitive, so it's normally coming out when your own intuition is coming out, it's making itself known. So it might, your own intuition, pay attention to it this week. Really pay attention. It may be in connection with a relationship because it's beside the Ace of Cups, but the balance part would be to really try and, this is a difficult one to actually explain, because it's about knowing when it is intuition and when it's my own head running away with me a little bit, because what I want to have happen. Now, what you want to have happen could be the beginning of something that brings you great joy. Now, it can often be a relationship, a new love, a new relationship, but it's something, I mean, look at this. My cup runneth over. I'm so happy. I'm so joyous. And the High Priestess is saying, okay, but know what's real here and what isn't. Know what's driving you. Go deep into yourself, because what secrets are you holding about yourself? She's a great respecter of people's secrets. So something about a secret may be out of balance as well. I know that sounds a bit mysterious, but that's what I'm very much feeling. The Gardener Gate, a card of longing. It's knowing when, I know I have a lovely home, and I know my kids and my family are all healthy, and I know I've got a great job, and I know I've got money in the bank, and I know I can buy what I like, but I'm not content. There's something inside me, it's a little hole that needs filling. I'm not feeling it. So a card of often ingratitude to a certain degree. And the 4 of Cups is about it's interesting because look, 3 cups there, and here he is all sullen. I have to say, these two get on my nerves. I think I've said to the other week, but they do. Because he's so focused on something that's already happened in the past. And something, maybe a hurt. It may be, and it's not a big one, it's a 3. It could be somebody spoke badly to me and I'm not letting it go. Oh no, nobody speaks to me like that. This can be a peace offering. The divine is giving an opportunity for something to be put right, but no, I'm so stuck. I'm so rigid in my thinking. Nobody's going to, no, they're not getting away with it. Nope. And the focus here, there is an emotional undertone. Yes, it could have hurt at the time. Somebody spoke sharply to me. Somebody did something I didn't like. I felt disrespected. I felt left out. I felt whatever. But there's an opportunity coming in to put it right. And again, we're back to balance. So we've got yin-yang balance as well. So you need to be aware of putting something back into alignment, back into balance, because this would indicate you're out of balance. And we've got the 2 of Pentacles, and he's stubborn, stuck in the past to a certain degree. And here he is trying to keep all the balls in the air, trying to keep it all going. So what part of yourself are you acknowledging here? You may need to acknowledge your own rigid thinking. You may need to acknowledge, I'm being a bit ridiculous here. I'm being a bit stuck in my ways. I'm being a bit whatever. And attempt to get some balance in. But the 2 of Pentacles can also indicate having to take a decision on a practical level, especially in regards to money, career, finances, home, relationships. So to bring about a balance, and there is an emotional aspect here, because I've got cups and I've got water, but it's also knowing that whatever's happened in the past, it's not really affecting you in the here and now, but there may be a longing or a deep need to fill that hole, to plug that gap, to make peace with something or somebody. Lots of emotion in your cards this week, but it's also the High Priestess. So this would indicate that you need to get to the deeper level inside yourself emotionally, because emotionally something's either troubling you, and you need to allow that new energy. And the Ace of Cups, that's that new beginning. That's that feeling of joy, peace of mind. These two cups especially don't know peace of mind. They're clinging on to something. They're dissatisfied. They're actually ungrateful to a certain degree. So it's about maybe going back to gratitude, because gratitude will help you feel something in yourself. Now, I'm feeling emotions all over the place at the moment. I'm actually feeling somebody maybe crying and tearful this week. But it's also about acknowledging what's going on inside you at a deeper level, and maybe being open to the concept of bringing balance back into your life by making peace. So let's take it a little bit deeper with the Gilded Tarot. I feel as if you're getting a bit of a lecture number 4. I'm sorry about that, but it's not coming from me. It's coming from the cards and spirit. This is your message. It may resonate for some of you, may not for others. We'll see. So angel, spirits, guides. Let's have... Right, okay, yeah. So I've got the 5 of Swords. So it can be a card of winners and losers, but it's a card of conflict. And I've already mentioned that 4 of Cups is hanging on to something. He's hanging on to something that either hurt him or wounded. So there could have been angry words spoken, cross words, malicious words. There could have been something said in the heat of the moment, and somebody's not letting it go. They really feel quite wounded. But it feels like it was words, but it's affected them. And this is the card of winning, and as I say, winners or losers. And you may feel, well, I lost there, and I don't like losing. I don't do losing. I am not a loser, because I've got everything here with the Garden and the Gate. But what the loss can be about your peace of mind. So there's very much a need this week for you number 4s to bring about balance. And it feels very much to do with words spoken with somebody else, conflict. Ace of Swords, right. Now the Ace of Swords can be that inspiration, that moment of blinding clarity when I think, oh, I just know what to do to put it right. I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly what I want to do to bring about balance. Now, this can be an emotional time of the year, because we're coming up for Christmas, obviously. We're planning Christmas dinners, family get-togethers, and it can be stressful. So somebody can be hanging on to a previous year even, when something was said or something was done, and it really is sticking in their craw. And the cards would be urging you, please, for the sake of happiness, new beginnings, new start emotionally, for peace of mind, and very much about balance, dig deep within yourself. Really dig deep. Is it worthwhile, or is it worthwhile being the victor and chasing somebody else off, especially at this time of the year? So old wounds are being activated here. Wounds are being, and you can actually help stitch those closed yourself, but you need to go inside. You need to dig deep to bring about the balance, to plug the hole, to bring again things back into alignment, and because you really may feel you're juggling at the moment. But the Ace of Swords can often be that, because it's swords, it's words as well, so it can be an apology. Are you open to receiving an apology, or are you open to giving an apology? So very much a lot of deepness, emotion in your cards this week, number 4. So pre-Christmas, I would urge you, do the work in yourself. Is it really important? What are you clinging on to that may stop this beautiful energy coming in quickly? And you want that in. And acknowledge the dove, peace. Okay? So see what's ticking away underneath for you. And get honest and real with yourself, because you're hiding something for yourself, even if it's only about how hurt you were, or how angry you were that you feel you lost. or whatever. It's really is unimportant in the scale of things. Okay, so angels, spirits, guides. Can we have a soul card, please? What do number 4s have to focus on at a soul level that may support them this week? Because it feels they're going to have an emotional or maybe challenging week. Oh, there we go. I'm not surprised. Balance. Yin yang, balance. So, balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So this is in. So yin yang is also about male female energy, and it can be action and inaction. And part of the balance is knowing when to act or if to act. So we've got balance with yin yang, and we've got balance with the Two of Pentacles. So you really need, for your own well-being as well, to think deeply on something. Look at the consequences, look at the outcomes, look at how you're feeling yourself, because you're not feeling complete, even though you might have all the Christmas presents wrapped, you may have ordered everything you need for that table, you've planned it out in your head, it's going to look absolutely fantastic, but something's rankling. And it can be something, a belief as well. Something is rankling, something is just, you're not satisfied at some level with something, and you're dwelling on something that's happened already. So balance is very important for you this week, number 4. So I hope that resonates. Let me know if it does or doesn't. And that's that for this week. So please, as I said, like, subscribe and share. And I hope you enjoy these little readings. And you can always let me know. Thank you. Bye for now.